Hi, everybody. Thank you for calling in, listening, whatever day it is for you as this is recorded. But today, as it is being recorded live, is Martin Luther King Day, or the celebration is today in the United States, which is a very important holiday, if you want to call it a holiday, but an important memory of human rights effort. So I just want to acknowledge that. And for me, it is a very important day. And I hope it is for you as well, everyone out there. And I also want to say just a little prayer that the United States goes through this time of, shall we say, strife, with a healing ending to it, a healing placement to it eventually. But right now, I feel we're in a time of high strife, a lot of divisiveness, and so I just pray that that is healed at some point. So, as I mentioned, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to focus today on charisma. How do you get it? And then I'm going to do a little group message as I usually do. Then I go to the phone lines. I give priority to those that want a healing or other side connection, because that is more of a channel, more of a mediumship thing. And then I will go to those who want life readings. So keep that in mind for the future that I prioritize in that way. If you would like a private session with me, you can obtain as a radio show listener a third more time free than that for which you pay. It's very easy to get that. Just go to Book Laura, that's BOOKLAURA.com, booklaura.com. And when you pay for your time, you will be asked what the event code is. You simply put in radio show, and I will know to give you more time free, absolutely free, gratis included. So if you paid for 30 minutes, a third of that is 10 minutes, which would be automatically added. So you pay for 30, you get 40 minutes, and that is a 25% discount. Woo-wee! How about that? You are rewarded for being a listener of the show. There are other ways to get priority in the queue besides calling in early, besides being an other side connection or healing, and or besides making a donation, which you can make using the 8 no wait. That's an $8 donation. You can make that donation on the website for this radio show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you will find a myriad of resources, one of which is to jump to the top of the queue by making a donation of $8. And that's called the 8 No Wait. And here comes the poem, everybody. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And we do have a full queue, and it was full very early. So it might be useful if I don't get to you today, but I'm going to try to get to you. There's another way to get priority in the queue. I got all kinds of ways, don't I? And that is to go to spiritmediumtv.com. And if you join the video, there is a live video there of me in front of a camera. Not very interesting because it's just me. But if you join the video, it becomes fascinating. And I reward you for taking that plunge, for joining the video by giving you priority in the queue. So those are some ways to get priority in the queue. I am always thinking of moving this radio show. I will do it in steps, but to Facebook Live. There's a special software package I can get. So you really should join my mailing list to keep aware of that. Even that I'm thinking of changing. But right now my mailing list is you can actually join it at spiritmediumtv.com. You'll see a place where you can it's a form you fill in, you put in your email, and voila, you are on my mailing list to keep informed. But I am thinking of moving that mailing list to another venue. Actually, my meetup, I have a meetup with thousands of people on it. And I also have a mailing list with thousands of people on it. So I figured, why am I doing both? And really, I'm using my email just to remind people about the show. And I also place articles there. So I'm thinking of moving everything over there. But that's a little bit down the road. So articles and subjects. I've got so many articles lately. It's disgusting. So many things I've been researching and learning about, and things have just been coming up. And when they do, I assume they're for you to know about. They're certainly for me to know about, but I am a medium to spirit. So if it's coming in for me, then it's relevant for someone. I can't tell you how many times I get clients that need help in the area I was just going through myself. Spirit knows how to connect the two. Tonight, we're going to talk about charisma. How do we get charisma? Why would you even want it? Well, okay, charisma can get you things in life. It can get you money, get you stardom, it can get you fame, it can get you love, it can get you happy. No, not because you're famous, not because you're popular, but actually the road to charisma is to follow your joy. It's becoming your true self, not the follower that everyone else wants you to be, but the you that you really are. And that is an issue. We don't realize it, you, me, everybody. We all don't realize when we're following. And quite often, we're trying to bring things into our life that we think we should want, because everybody's told us we should want it. How many times have you heard the story of a person who becomes a dentist or a lawyer because his mother wanted him to become that, and his whole life he's suffering, he doesn't really like it. Finally, he gives up. He says, I always wanted to play the piano in a jazz bar. So he finally gives it up. He goes, runs off. And it turns out that the thing he really wanted to do was where his true prosperity is. And as you follow this concept, I've gently led you to the idea that what I focus in on as a spiritual medium and mentor is soul wealth, SOUL, soul wealth, wealth, WEALTH. In other words, if you want to be successful in life, want to be happy, get a dialogue going with your soul, yourself. And your soul speaks to you in the language of joy. What is it that you really, really want? Aha. If you can't get in touch with that, then you're blocked, right? You know, I'm going through that right now. In August, I was starting, well, for a number of years, I have felt very blocked. I'm doing my soul work, I'm doing the psychic work, which is very wonderful. But in the area of my personal life, I felt like I wasn't moving forward and was asking spirit to guide me. And suddenly things started to fall away. The first thing that happened is I lost my little my big pussy cat. She was 22 pounds of adorableness, but it was a sudden loss, a sudden passing. And from there, I've had one loss after another loss, after another loss, after another loss. And when I think about it, most of these losses are things that were really toxic and part of the stuckness that I felt. So the moral of that is, if you have anything like this, and I'm sure everybody does in some level, is when we're losing something, it's not always such a bad thing. You know, it really is part of the process of moving towards your soul wealth. But the key is to latch into what you really want. And sometimes that's hard to figure out. So I'm going to do a little channeling now after I make a little prayer energy connection. And then maybe spirit will talk a little bit about how you can find out what you really want. I don't know. I don't control the channeling. They do. And they be pretty darn wonderful, the guides. Okay? They're pretty darn wonderful. And one of the great things I get to do in my life, it's wonderful. I get to channel my own answers, and they give me the right answers. Okay, so everybody we're going to do a little connection. I'd like you all to sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself get very light and relaxed, feeling good about yourself, asking for help in the areas you need the help. If you have a question, focusing in on the content of that question. If you want an other side connection, asking for that soul to come in, or souls. And if you want a healing, asking for that as well. While you're doing that, I will invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into your space your energy, I will connect us all. One moment, please. Okay, good. One moment while I bring in the guides. We are here. We are the ones. We are the ones that have come to mentor you on your own soul growth, on your own soul wealth. Each and every one of you desires more in your life than that which you think you have. We would like to remind you that you really do have everything. The only thing is, you're not asking. You and every single soul can have exactly what you ask for. So be wary of your words. Watch what you say. Watch how you're limiting yourself. And watch what you are asking for or not. For in each person, you are not asking for that which you truly want. Most of you on earth, until you learn the secret to abundance, are asking for what you think you can have, are asking for what you think you should have, are asking for that which you think you possibly can get. But if you knew, if you truly believed that you can have anything that you ask for, you would get to it immediately and asking for that for which you really, really, truly want. So we will conduct a brief exercise with you right now. We would like each of you to think for a moment, what is it you really want? Not what you think you can have, but what is it you truly want in your life? We will be silent for a moment while you get in touch with that. You may write it down if you have access to pen and pad. If not, just relax and make a note of it. Good. Now, if you were unable to find out what you really want, that means that you are blocked. That means that you believe that you cannot have what you really want. You can only hear what you really want when you feel you can have it. So, if you are in that situation, it is helpful to think about what you do not want. We would like you, if you did not get what you really want, or even if you did, to do the following exercise. Ask yourself now, what is it that bothers you most in your life? Go for one word or two words at most. This is an easy exercise and should not be thought about or second guessed. Ask yourself now, immediately what you get is correct. What is it you hate or do not want in your life any longer? And write it down or make a note of it. Good. And so what you really want is hidden behind that. The opposite of what you don't want is what you truly want. And so now we say to you, it is time to go about affirming you have this thing. Mantra it. Create a mantra for it. Make it simple. Repeat it to yourself often. And even pray for it. We, as your guides and angels, will not help you, nor will spirit help you, that meaning the overall universe, or the consciousness of the all that is, will not respond to you unless you take the first step. You need to ask. You need to know and then ask. And if you are asking for something that is truly not authentic for you, nothing will happen, for the universe knows your soul. Now it is time for you to know your soul and express it. Namaste. Okay, I'm going to go to the first caller. I have somebody who's wanting healing, which I will probably take in place of mediumship. But the first person who called today was dropped. Her line was dropped accidentally. All right, well, we'll go to the healing, and then I'll look for the first person again and see if I can find it. If not, I'll just go to the order in which everyone called. Oh, is that? I think that might be her. Hold on for a second. Hello, who's this? Hello? What is your name, honey? Yes, what is your name? Karen. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, I got it, love. I will get to you later on, hopefully, Karen. I just been somebody who was dropped. Are you Karen from Chicago? I know you, honey. Okay, love. I'll try to get to you. We're very, very busy tonight, though, love. Thanks. Okay, sweetie. Thanks. Okay, bye. Oh, jeez. Thank you, everybody, for being a little bit patient with me. Okay, I'm going to go to Catherine, who wants a healing, and then I will go to the first. Hey, Catherine, sweetheart. How you doing? Something a little different tonight. You need to break things. I need to break things up sometimes. So before I go into your healing, I want you to choose a number from 1 through 6, and the number should be relevant to the healing. So choose a number from 1 through 6. Okay. And now I'm going to pull in a soul card. These are what they call soul cards. They're cards I actually made when I was in a trance state. You'll be able to see it on the video, but if you can get to that later. It's on spiritmediumtv.com. So this particular card, which I have now facing the camera, I didn't even look at it yet, but I am going to turn it around now. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a ballerina with a beautiful chain of gold and diamonds and wealth around her neck. And yeah, and that's a bird. So knowing you, I know a little bit about you. I know that you're trying to launch yourself. I know that, so this would be very appropriate for you in that Spirit is telling us by your choice that you're looking to launch yourself and there's a reward coming to you. It looks like success, okay? Or at least you're very much in desire for that. So we'll talk about that. Now, I'm also going to look at your, let me just mix these up a little bit. So that was just to find out what the healing is about, probably. I'm going to look at your chakras quickly and see what I see, and then I'll let you ask something if you want. Let me just see what I see first. Interesting. So there's a lot of fear around using your third eye. Now, what I think you're trying to launch a spiritual healer career. Is that it, love? Okay. 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 Well, there's all red light around your third eye, and red is the root chakra. So that's where the fear is. So you're frightened of tapping. You could say, for some reason or other, the key to your creativity would be your psychic ability, and there also could be a past life that is part of this as well. So I know you're willing to go wherever spirit goes, because that's the kind of person you've been. So I'm going to look in the third eye. I'm going to take a look, see what's there. Maybe we could do a little release on that. Okay? Past life. All right. So spirit, please allow me to see into Karen's third eye, past life, into her Akashic records, please. Okay, they're showing me that bird again. That was part of the card I pulled. You're a spiritual healer and a spiritual worker. You are of the light. You are of divine grace and sight. We are working with you on healing your heart and your soul and that which you want and desire. There is a broken self within you. Yes, you do bring it in as a soul plan to overcome the fear of failure and the fear of success. However, it is not necessary for you to know any particular past life, for it is a conglomeration of many lifetimes that you bring this in. Your soul would like to move to a higher level of karma healing. In other words, you would like to become, in the spirit realm, a guide for healing and helping others. And so you plan this lifetime to go through the feeling of defeat, the feeling of not knowing, the feeling of not having, so that you could heal that and then come out the other end of it, for it will be needed in your spiritual work as a healer in the spirit realm. So we are working with you this lifetime to help you see your talents, believe in them, and move along with them. This is what we are doing now for you to believe in yourself. Okay, hold on 1 second, please. Catherine, hold on 1 second, please. Okay. They're telling me that you are a cosmic artist of sorts, meaning you speak the truth about the nature of reality, and you're a healer. Now, what is it that you are? Where's the creativity there, honey, for you? You said you're trying to work through blocks to creativity. Okay, well, they just said what it is. Well, they said that, okay, you're not sure what you're supposed to do. Is that what you, I'm going to backpedal a little bit. Yeah, okay. Well, they just said you're supposed to be speaking cosmic truth and that you're a healer. Cosmic truth and that you're a healer and you come in to help and heal souls in any way that you can. They call you a cosmic artist, if you will, because you're using creativity to do this. Okay, creativity to do this to help and heal others and move them along the evolutionary path to higher planes and dimensions. This is not an easy thing for you to do, for you do not know yourself well yet, but you will accomplish everything you need to do. You need to follow the nose on your face right now. You need to follow exactly what you're being told to do in your heart, in your gut, in your feeling nature. You need to get going on your path. It does not matter what you do. It matters that you do. As you move forward on what you think you should do, everything will fit together finally. It does not have to all be known. The only thing that is needed is action. Okay, now that, by the way, was part of the charisma lecture, which I didn't finish the whole thing. I kind of got sidetracked. Well, I didn't say all that was there. But sometimes we don't know what we want, and so we have to just take steps. Okay, and then it defines itself. I just want to give you more of an earth idea of that, and then I'll just do a clearing. Okay, so what is the earth version of all of this, Spirit? Because you're giving me a lot of lofty language, but does this mean she's an animal, vegetable, or mineral? Yeah. Animal, vegetable, mineral, please. Spirit. I know, right? All right, guides, come in for her, please. Catherine. Oh, we love you so much, Catherine, they say. We love you so much. Your heart and soul is so pure and so good. You help others as you would help yourself. You're a good person. You're a healer. We have said it a few times. You will use words and language to heal others, meaning that you are a communicator and that you are also somebody who documents things like a journalist. So you're like what they call a sage. I'm going to go one step further and use a Jungian archetype for you. So, but they're saying you're a communicator. Okay, so that could be words. It makes it a little bit less crazy to hear that. Right? Okay, so we brought it down to more of an earth level. There are 12 Jungian archetypes, or they're actually numerology life path numbers. But I want you to pick a number from 1 through 12, the first one that pops out at you. Okay. And that's the revolutionary, the rebel. You like to break down things and start new things. That's also, that might be very difficult to understand. Well, that's your potential. I also, as I got the number 4 as a caregiver nurturer for you. I got 4. So you have these two things together, you see. So they work against each other, right? They work against each other. In other words, and this is for everybody listening, I can do this with other people as well. It's fun to do, but it's also very insightful. If you're all listening and wondering, how can Laura have Catherine pick a number and it be correct for her? How can she be connected to that? Is because the universe is a consciousness that's connected. The universe knows itself. It's constantly thinking and pulsating. And if you don't agree with me, read up on string theory in physics, quantum physics. But the universe is in connection with itself, is always communicating. So we're always communicating. A very easy way to explain to everybody is if you dream, right? When you dream, we all have access to the same archetypes. All those. How could our dream symbols be meaningful? How can you look them up in a book, right? Isn't my dream unique from yours? No, if we use the same symbol, that symbol will be applied to each of us, but in perhaps our own unique way. So anyway, you got a contradiction between wanting to break down establishment, but at the same time doing it and not doing it. There's a conflict there because you also at the same time want to build things. You're a nurturer type. So I'm going to go into a little bit more about your own life now. Do you do any kind of work, honey, right now? I hear healing work. You do healing work. What do you do now? What do you do now, honey? What do you... Okay. And are you happy with that? No. So you want to use your creativity? Okay. Okay. So let me just go put everything together. Give me a moment. We've got you being a healer, a helper, wanting to be rebellious in terms of breaking down structure, doing something new, not traditional, out of the ordinary. Well, that's what that means. That's what that means, sweetheart. Okay. But you also want to do something that's nurturing and constructive. A nurture. You have a nurturer profile. So you got the two things: new nurturer, and then they also said something to do with communications and journalism. So if you've not done anything with communications and journalism, that might be a way to combine all of it. I got the feeling that you're a very good communicator. So I just want to leave you with that. Oh, and let me just... Oh, okay. Okay, so what now? I'm going to ask you because you're the one that has to come up with your next. This is a show where I activate you. You know, I don't read for you. A lot of people have that misconception. I had somebody last week. I had somebody in the chat room said everything you said for me didn't come true. I never even read for that person. They just did it for some spooky reason. Who knows what they've got going on there? But anyway, I'm not here to everybody to disempower you by reading your future. I'm here to help you figure it out, you know, with spirit. I'm helping connect you to yourself, to your soul wealth, right? So if you, in all the universe of things, in the heart of hearts, what do you feel you want to do right now? What would give you a lot of fun and joy? What do you think it would be? Okay, so then we're going to do it the other way, which is if you could think of one thing that you hate right now in your life, what is it? The biggest thing. Oh, okay. So wouldn't it behoove you to start taking some steps? Okay, so then the thing you really want is to have your unique creativity expressed, right? That's what you really want. Have your unique. So the affirmation is I am expressing my unique creativity on a daily basis in my work and helping others. And we can make a mantra for that, which is unique creativity. unique creativity. So you could do a meditation, you could go for a walk and say it, unique creativity over and over and over again. And then a prayer is, dear God, please allow me to crack this open in myself. Let me express my true self in a constructive way where there's money involved as well. One of the things I used, and this is good for everybody, by the way, I'm going into such detail because it's something everyone can use. But one of the things I did in my own life, one of the affirmations I used when I first started this business I'm in is, I am using you don't need to write this down, it's all being recorded. I am using my natural gifts and talents in lucrative and productive service to others. Every time I said that, bam, the doors would open. So I would recommend you do one of these affirmations and and then start following the leads of what you feel. Following the leads of what you feel. Okay? And you're fearful of using your yeah, I just did it clear in the background. I'll do it again. What I want you to do is send violet purple light into your third eye all the way through. Okay? And the prayer, the affirmative prayer is, Catherine is now clearing and removing any blocks to not realizing her full potential. Her self-esteem is repaired. She knows who she is and proceeds with caution, however, with confidence as well. There's a self-esteem issue behind all this, honey, which I think you already know about. And we talked about that, love. All right. So I just did the color. I did the prayer. I did all the other colors in the background before. So with that, I will let you go. You can listen to this on your own. Okay. All right. And you have to take action now. It's time for you to take action. You need to ask, and then you need to take action. And that's going to give you more information. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks, honey. I'm going to let you go. Thanks. Okay. Bye, honey. Okay, I'm going to see if I could find, I don't remember her number. I'm going to go to number 2. Veronica was a live question. Hi, Veronica. What's going on? Hi, sweetie. Just go ahead and give me a question, love. Nothing much. I'm going to do something else a little magical with you, which I just was doing something similar. When people ask me these kind of questions, I'm going to start incorporating what I call soul talk magic. We're going to use an archetype system. It's very simple. And then I'll get you more information. So don't worry, I'm not hedging your question. I will answer it. I want you to pick a color that I say in a moment. One color stands for yes. One color stands for no. You're asking me if the move will go smoothly. Is that what the question is, Veronica? Okay. So, all right. So I want you to pick one color out of the 2 I give you, and there's a secret setup in the background of what they stand for. Green or pink? Which one pops out at you for yourself? Okay. And I get the opposite. So there's a yes and no. Green is the no. Pink is the yes in this case. I get a yes. Everything's going to go great. But the reason you're saying no is because you're very fearful of it. And I'm going to give you the reason behind that fear. Okay. This way we can clear it. All right. And the potential is there for it to go very, very smoothly. This is your answer. Potential is there for it to go very, very smoothly. But you have to get something out of your head about this, which is making you very fearful and very apprehensive of the move. Let me see if Spirit would give me the answer of what this is. This is for Veronica. Please tell me what the problem is for her. What is the obstacle she thinks? It's a belief system. What is the obstacle, Spirit, for Veronica? You don't know what to do. With the home you have now, there's something in it that you don't want to let go of. There's something you don't want to let go of where you are. And it's kind of creating a block in you. Let me see if I can get any more information on that, and I'll come back to you. Is there anything you want to tell me, please, about Veronica leaving? Feels like, I don't know, like emotional things, people behind. So what I'm seeing here, honey, is maybe you're a little apprehensive because you're not sure if you're going to like it emotionally in Florida. Will there be relationships? Will you feel estranged from whom you know now? Will you feel lonely? Would that make sense to you, please? Yeah. So that's what it is. And Spirit loves you, and Spirit wants you to be very, very happy. They said you need to explore that a little bit more. They said your life is changing now, and it does need to change. Even though you're hesitant to let go of what you have, there will be new for you. Do not hesitate to open to the new. Letting go of the old is sometimes very, very painful, but in your case, it is needed now. Allow yourself to let go so you can move forward to the new. The new will reward you in ways you have not even yet begun to see. It is a very good decision you're making for your greater good, and you will do well at this new position that you have. Do not worry about the past. It will take care of itself, and there will be reunions, and there will be all kinds of things, all kinds of connections, so that within a year after the move, you will not feel any loss whatsoever. All you will feel is abundance and joy and happiness. It is hard to let go. This is Spirit talking through me to you. It's your angelic guides talking to you right now. It's very hard to let go. We understand that. But you do need to do this. This life change is critical for your success and happiness at this point. It's almost as if what you're thinking you need to stay for is really not as important as it is. It's almost like a bit of maturity is needed on your part to forge forward. Maturity is good. It's a good thing you're doing. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. You are making the right decision. And the money will be better as well. So, it's funny, Veronica. Remember I said, yeah, you've been here since the beginning of the show practically, that I've been going through a lot of that too, of letting go of things. And it's sort of a theme right now. Maybe you're not the only one going through that. You know what I mean? A lot of people might be having that happen. But anyway, the feeling here is that right now it's like an immaturity almost. It's because you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know if you're going to be happy where you're going. You want to cling to what you know, right? But it's like it's like a warm and cuddly place you're in now. It's familiar, but it's not. It's holding you back from much better things ahead, and that's what they want you to know. All right, sweetie. So don't hesitate to. You're welcome, love. Don't hesitate. You're going to do fine. Just go ahead. Take it, one baby step at a time. You'll get there, and it's all going to be good. Thanks, you too, honey. Thanks. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going to Timothy. Hey, Timothy, New Yorker, freezing. I'm big on this whole idea of everybody freezing in New York and up north because my sister, Timothy, are you there? Yeah. Okay. My sister is leaving Florida, which is where I am, to go to Kentucky. Well, she's from New York area as well. We're all from up north. And I keep telling you, you're going to freeze your butt off. You're going to freeze your butt off. You sure you want to do that? But anyway. Okay, sweetie. So go ahead and give me your question, love, and we'll see where we go with this. Oh. Ooh. Ah. No, it's not. Oh God, you don't know the questions I get. This is at least about life. Well, it's funny because I kept telling you, asking, oh, you must be freezing. It's funny how I don't say that to everybody. You're the only person I'm saying that to. So it's funny. It's like Spirit was giving me a foreshadowing. Okay, is it fixed? Yes or no? Give me the address, like the numbers on the street numbers. That's all. All right. All right. Let's see. This is Timothy in New York. Uh, 546 is the house number. Is it fixed? Yes or no? The boiler, please. Yes or no? Hold on. I'm going to be silent. I have to go deep. Fixed, but it's fixed for the moment. And I just get a really weird feeling about the person that's doing the work. It's like, I don't know, don't like who they are, but I feel for some reason or other you don't really have any choice, as if they've started the job and you've paid them a lot or something. You have to keep going along with them. I feel that they're torn in many directions. They don't really know in other words, they have other clients that don't really know what they're doing, and they say things are done when they're really not done. They're not letting you in on the full deal. Now, does that make sense to you, honey, before I continue? Because there's more to come. Okay, so now I need to figure out what you can do with this ding dong that you're working with. Because you have to somehow keep this person accountable. Hold on. And you don't want to have to go through that of bringing somebody else in to do an audit of their work. I believe that if you were to say something like, you have a lawyer, sort of like name drop that there's accountability in all the projects that are done for you. You need to somehow let the person know that he's not going to be able to get away with this unless he does it right. You have to hit him hard with some words. You see what I'm saying? You know, the only problem is he's a friend of the family or something, or a young man that is like a brother or something. Is it a friend? Well, he needs to be held accountable. So the answer is he's doing the best he can right now, but he really needs to get his act together. And he's like, believe it or not, he's like a Walter Mitty type, in that he thinks he's doing a good job, but even he doesn't know he's not doing a good job. And then in a week or so, you're going to have another problem with this. Was there anything he can do, Spirit, to really clean this up? Because it's expensive. He spent money. He's already put a lot of effort into this one person. I think that you're going to have to find somebody else eventually, but you're going to have to you may have to take some money back that you gave him or hold him accountable in some way. But the problem here is the guy doesn't really know he's not doing a good job. He's that incompetent. Yeah, that's the problem. And I don't know what to say. I'm getting that I feel it's going to break down towards the end of next week, not this week, the end of next week. It's going to be fine for a while. And then whatever he did was not a secure method, and that it's going to fall apart again. It's an older piece of equipment. There's certain parts that need to be replaced, and really replaced and done the right way. And it's not being done that way, but he doesn't even know that. You have to be fairly smart and competent to do that kind of work. So you're probably going to end up having to get somebody else and then see what you can get back from him. Timothy, I'm sorry, honey. All right, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to Desmond, I believe. Actually, Desmond, there's a person right before you who I'm trying to find, and that's Cece. And then I'll come to you, Desmond. Hey, Cece, what up? What's going on? Cece? Go ahead. All right, initials, please. REIT. I can't hear you. Cece? Oh, she's had call dropped. Okay, Cece, maybe if you call back, I'm going to give you the best answer I can give you. I'm going to ask the question, is he good or bad for you? And I don't really know what the context is of this, so it's going to be a very blind answer, but I'll do the best I can. Cece, man, good or bad, yes or no? Hold on, I'm going to be silent. He's a good person. And he does mean what he says and says what he does. The only thing is, I feel like you feel he's taking something from you that he really doesn't deserve or really shouldn't have access to. So that's up to you. You are going through a time in your life right now where you're learning how to set better boundaries. And that is why you're in this situation. So this person doesn't take things from you that you're really not willing to give. So be careful about yourself, what you're willing to give, what you're not willing to give, and how much you want to interact with him. But he is a solid person. It's just your interaction with him needs to be clarified for you. This is all about you, really, not about him. Hope that makes sense, love. If you call in, I'll try to find you. Let me see if I can see the number. I don't see the phone number. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to the next caller, which is Desmond. Desmond, hey. Hey, Desmond. I'm sorry I teased you before with that opening the line and then closing it. what can spirit do for you, darling? Oh, okay. No, what's fun to do with something like this is for me to start with some of the cards. I don't usually use cards or anything, but these are interesting cards. These are soul cards. So what I want you to do is pick a number from 1 through 6, and I'm going to do the same for you. I'm going to be quiet. I can do readings lots of ways, but today I'm doing it this way. So pick a number from 1 through 6 that pops out at you, please. This is for Desmond. Okay. And I'm also getting 5. So we're going to look at both of them. Oh, 3 is the one about wanting to be something. It was the same one that Catherine picked out. It's the ballerina, which means artistry, creativity. And it's got a wreath around her neck of all this gold and diamonds and jewelry. So you are a very creative person. You have a lot to give to the world, and you're wanting so much to be able to express that, is the wording coming in from spirit. The second thing is, oh, this is so perfect, honey. You'd be so friggin' amazed. This one is a picture of a fish, and it's trying to swim through the air in a living room. So this means that you're a fish out of water right now. Okay? So you're not doing what you're really supposed to be doing, what you really want to do, and what you really need to do for your life in this lifetime. So after that information, I would say that we need to clarify what your purpose is and then read on that. Would that make sense to you, please, Desmond? Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use another archetype system, which is, well, there is a numerology thing. I want you to pick a number from 1 through 12, and I'm going to do the same for you that pops out at you. This is for Desmond, 1 through 12. Pick anything that pops out. Okay. Well, you're very creative. It says that's a creative inventor, and that kind of goes along with the card I just picked out for you. You picked out for yourself. But you also are. I got another number for you, which is a caregiver and nurturer. So you like to give. So you're creative. You like to give. Now I'm going to go to a purely psychic level, spirit level. Hold on. What does he need to do to be more prosperous and on point for himself, so he can use the creativity that he has in a construction way that appeals to others as well as himself and also his wallet? One moment, please. This is for Desmond. You are a creative thinker, Desmond. You are opening up doors for yourself slowly. Do not despair. You are doing what you need to do. You do need to clear the air of the past of thinking that you should have done something else, or that you might have been more successful if you'd follow the straight and narrow path. It is important in this lifetime for you to forge your own way. Don't second guess and look back. Do you see what we're saying, dear one? Desmond? Okay. Do you understand what they're saying? They're saying that you're looking back instead of forward, that you're thinking, you're scared. You're scared to do what you really want to do, but you are taking steps. Okay. I'm going to continue to channel because, believe me, I don't know anything. They're the ones that know. Hold on. So what should he? Okay, I swear, they're the ones that know. When I'm talking, it's them speaking through me. Your angelic guides, Jasmine. So you know what you really want to do, and you are taking many micro steps to do it. The real answer here is that you will be successful in doing it, but you have to forge a new path. You have to be who you really are, and you have to believe in who you are. If you don't believe in who you really are, you will not have any success whatsoever. If you hold the belief that you need to do what everyone else does to make money rather than do what you really want to do, you will have no success whatsoever. It is all up to you and your belief systems, dear one. You need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to yourself. You also need to pick a small project in which you will have a modicum of success. This can become then your poster child or your symbol of success. In other words, you're all over the place because you're working against yourself. You need to pick a part of this, one thing you really want, one little project, and do it. Once you get that done, you'll know, because there'll be money involved and you'll be able to sell it, or it somehow will make money for you. You will be able to expand that. You need to get organized, okay, in what you're doing, and the way to be organized is to believe. And the way to believe is to pick a small project. You see what we're saying, please? All right. So pick the project you're thinking of doing now. That will lead to some success. It will allow you to get further contracts, and then you will move from there. You're really moving up the ladder much faster than you realize, and you really have more chance of success than you understand. We can see the big picture. It is on the horizon for you, all that you desire. You just need to trust yourself. We're here to help you do that, loved one. We are here to help you see the success, to help you believe in what you really want, and to go ahead and do it. Now, I'm going to interrupt the channeling for a moment to say another level of perception is that I'm getting a feeling it's like as if you want to cut a record or something, or do something like that, either produce it or something to do with music. What is it you're trying to do, love? There it is. So you are there. That's what I said. It felt like music, but it felt like you were trying to cut a record or produce music. So you are trying to produce a healing music or healing project. So the reference here or the instruction here is to pick a small project and do it. You will make money from this. And stop stopping yourself. You hear what I'm saying? Okay, you're great. You know why he's great, everybody? You know why Desmond is great? Because you're the poster child for not believing and not following your joy. And so you're giving me a great opportunity to explain to everybody, if anybody is listening, that you have to follow your joy. That's what we're on earth to do. And you need to make it practical. Of course you do. You don't have to quit your day job right now or whatever source of income you have, or you have a family, you have obligations, you have responsibilities. You don't have to give all that up, but you do have to do what you want to do. So start small and build it. That will give you confidence. And that is your answer. Okay? All right, love. Take care, love. Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to Shiloh. And yeah, Shiloh, what's up? Hi, sweetie. Okay. Well, you have. What can we do for you? What can Spirit do for you, love? Okay. So what I'm going to do is use the archetype system of the colors for will it work in your favor or not, and that will open the portal to us on this. So the two colors I'm going to give you, one color stands for yes, one color stands for no, and it sort of opens up the whole answer. I like to do these kind of questions that way. So the colors are gold and silver. One of them will stand for yes, and one will stand. Okay, and hold on, let me just do it on my own for you. Okay, so I get an opposition there. I get gold. So you have silver. Silver is yes, so that means you're hoping for this very, very much. Gold is the opposition of why it could go wrong. And then I'm going to try to come up with the ultimate answer. Hold on. Give me the name of the case, honey. Give me the name of the case or something to do to identify the case. I don't want to know about it. I just want to know. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's going to go your way. It will. So the answer is yes. Well, why did you give me a no, please, Spirit, on this? There's a lot of challenge or opposition to this, which you're really not aware of, but ultimately it will go in your favor. Right now, you're feeling optimistic about this. You really do like the opportunity that you're going to have from this, or there's something about it that's very optimistic, very good for you. It will go in your way ultimately, but there will be a lot of opposition for it, and there will be a lot of hidden things that you weren't really aware of, but you will fight through them. So we need to tell you that as your guide so that you don't get distressed when that happens. Let me see if I could see something more about this just for added confirmation. This is for Shiloh with rice. I hear something about health. Health is behind this. And I don't know if this just because it's two people, individuals, but I hear the word suing. Somebody suing the other one for malpractice or something. What is this about, honey? Oh my goodness, wow. Oh. Yeah. No, in other words, they were, they kind of took their grief out on you, kind of, or whatever. Something like that. Yeah, like as if, you should have been more aware. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I do feel that you're in the right. You'll get what you want. That's the ultimate answer. You will win this, and not to worry. There will be some surprises along the way, but it'll all work in your favor. Okay, sweetheart. And I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. Yeah. God bless, love. Bye bye. He's in spirit. It's a beautiful place. Yes, love. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. Thanks. Okay, everybody, if you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. There you will find the ability to buy a session and get a third more time free if you use radio show in the event code field. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody. I rarely can, especially on holiday. But I thank you all for your patronage. Namaste. Bye-bye.